Hey friends, Dr. Brad here from, it's over there, right? Tenino Chiropractic Wellness Center. And I happen to be on a Facebook group, and the conversation came up. I wasn't part of it, but I just started reading the comments about a woman was pregnant and was having a bunch of back pain. And someone said, have you tried a chiropractor? And she said, what? You can go to a chiropractor when you're pregnant? I never thought of that. And it made me think about, like, all the pregnant women I've worked with over the years and how this is something that we need to help to get the word out for, because those of you that have been pregnant or been around women that have been pregnant through the process, you understand that, obviously there's a lot of changes that go on in the body. The center of gravity shifts, the amount of weight being put onto the frame of the body shifts and changes tremendously throughout the 9 months, especially in the second half of a pregnancy. So just in terms of like back pain, back stiffness, back so on and so forth, and the effects that's having on the woman's spine can be quite a bit. Also, if things are out of alignment, imbalanced before the pregnancy and before the baby's growing in the belly and all that stuff, it'll just get exacerbated. Kind of like if you have a little imbalance, but then you put a bunch more stress into it, it pushes that imbalance way further out of balance. So we'll see a short leg, we'll see pain on one side, we'll see sciatic pain, all these kind of things. Then you add the fact that there's like the round ligament syndrome, if you've heard of that. That's this sharp pain that can happen at the lower part of the abdomen of the pregnant woman. And then on top of all of that, and what I think is actually the most profound potential benefit, there's two probably really profound potential benefits of a woman undergoing chiropractic care, really before pregnancy, but certainly during the pregnancy phase, are these. Part of what happens, especially in the last trimester, physically, physiologically, and anatomically, is that the woman's pelvis starts to shift and change for the purpose of allowing the baby to pass out through the birth canal. That's a lot of shifting and changing that happens. And if anything gets stuck, bound up, doesn't move quite right, it can really throw the whole process out of whack and do things like extend the length of labor and delivery, increase the amount of discomfort and stress and strain in labor and delivery, and even cause complications. And I'll tell you a story real quick. When my wife was pregnant with our oldest daughter, who's about to turn 12 next month, we went to the midwife and we were talking, first visit, and she read through our stuff and saw that I was a chiropractor. And she said, oh, great. I love working with chiropractors' wives because they always have the shortest births. They always have the easiest deliveries. And I thought that was telling, because she wasn't a chiropractor. She didn't have any dog in the fight, but she had been working as a midwife for decades, and that was her first reaction because it was just, she saw it time and time again. So that's one of the biggest. And the other biggest thing is that kind of like, if you understand the whole concept of chiropractic care and the real reason that we focus on the health and the balance of your spine is really about the nervous system working well and that the brain and body can be in proper communication. So if you think about this whole process that's going on during pregnancy of a baby forming itself in the uterus of the mom, and it's relying on the mom's body for everything, nutrition, oxygenation, all these things. Don't you think that if you give the mom's body the best chance to operate at optimal potential with that properly functioning nervous system connection, that it gives the baby the best chance to form itself at optimal potential? To me, that seems like the by far biggest impact that getting under care, chiropractic care, prenatally can be so powerful. So I've worked with lots of pregnant women over the years, and what's so cool about it, other than all of those things we just talked about, or in addition to it, is that often I get to check the new babies too and make sure that everything's going right in their spines. Because the birth process, let me tell you, we're really focused on how intense it can be for the mom, and it is. But it's a pretty big deal for the baby too, squeezing out through that short but twisty, not twisty, but intense pathway. And so a lot of times there can be stress on the nervous system that can so easily be dealt with and handled quickly and right at the beginning if we check early. So if you are pregnant, if you know somebody who is, next time that situation comes up, make sure they go get checked by a chiropractor. We happen to use a really highly specific but very gentle technique, so which can be done even in a seated position and so forth. If you can't lay face down on the table, so it works great. And it also works great when it comes to that newborn, the baby phase, because it's so gentle. So just wanted to share that with you today. Being pregnant, getting chiropractic care is a match made in heaven. All right, you guys take care. We'll see you later.